for us to say to these men that if you don't do something about it, we will have no alternative but to engage in broader and more drastic forms of civil disobedience in order to bring the attention of the nation to this whole issue in Selma, Alabama.
Martin Luther King Jr. is among the most influential leaders to have ever lived. He tirelessly fought for racial equality and social justice in a country where institutionalized racism was the norm. His legacy has inspired many movements that sought to achieve social change using non-violent means. One such movement is the Arab Spring, which began in 2010 in Tunisia. The movement was sparked by the self-immolation of a Tunisian street vendor who was protesting against the confiscation of his goods by the authorities. The movement quickly spread to other Arab countries, including Egypt, Libya, and Syria. The protesters used non-violent means such as sit-ins, strikes, and demonstrations to demand an end to authoritarian rule, corruption, and repression. The Arab Spring was heavily influenced by King's philosophy of non-violent resistance and the idea that ordinary people can make a difference. Another movement that drew inspiration from King's methods is the Black Lives Matter movement. The movement began in 2013 in response to the acquittal of George Zimmerman, who had fatally shot an unarmed black teenager named Trayvon Martin. The movement seeks to end police brutality and systemic racism against black people in the United States. The movement has used nonviolent means such as protests, civil disobedience, and social media campaigns to raise awareness about the issue and demand change. The movement has been successful in bringing attention to the issue and forcing politicians and law enforcement agencies to take action. In conclusion, King's methods of non-violent resistance and civil disobedience have inspired many successful movements throughout history. The Arab Spring and the Black Lives Matter movement are just two examples of how King's legacy continues to inspire people to fight for social justice and equality using peaceful means.
We've lived with slavery and segregation 345 years. We waited a long time for freedom.